Yandranaka, welcome to breakfast this morning. You're sitting with Mavis and, of course, the Peace Corps Director Carol Spahn, who's visiting Fiji. And she's actually, Ms. Spahn was actually instrumental in getting the U.S. government to provide funding towards our Blue Pacific Youth Initiative program, which, of course, we're currently talking about today. Director Spahn, what is your vision for Peace Corps and some of the plans that you have, over the next 5 years, and the plans to actually achieve them?
Yes. So Peace Corps has been active in Fiji for 56 years, and around the world for even longer. And
that's a long time.
It's a very long time, and it's a deep partnership, and we have deep roots and connections to this country, and thousands of Americans who call Fiji home, which is just such a beautiful thing. As I think about the next 5 years, I think about how do we build on our strengths, build on that community partnership, and expand our impact. And that really requires that we think creatively about how to bring those voices from some of the rural underserved communities into the larger conversation. And how do we connect young people to opportunity outside of their community and bring that knowledge back into their rural communities. So this is the largest generation of youth in history. The largest generation of youth in history. Such a powerful asset, right? Such a powerful voice to really unleash, right? And help us make the world a better place, particularly following COVID-19, which shut down countries, it closed borders, it really impacted all of us. And I think the young people have something to say. They want to take action. They want to build that future. And it's just a matter of opportunity.
Yes.
So that is where I am really emphasizing our efforts, is around youth and around issues like climate and climate resilience, which is such a pressing issue today.
I'm glad you said that, Director, because I think yesterday there was an interview, Drew Slatter, she had to come in and very, very, she works very hard in terms of climate change and bringing the youth together, because I think they're heading over to Tonga. And my co-host had asked her, do you think that the voice of youth today are being silenced or slowly going down? She goes, no, Te, we're here to take it.
Yes.
And I'm glad that, for 50 some or so years, the work that Peace Corps have been doing is to empower young people, to step out of their comfort zone and really look at life from a different perspective. You're going to be doing a lot of trips, and of course going around to the fields. What is something that you're expecting to take back or to see in order for you to work on?
Well, let me build off of what you just said, because I think in every speech I've ever given with Peace Corps, I say that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And that is truly what we're all about. And I'm very excited about this Blue Pacific Youth Initiative, because it is really stretching young people and giving them opportunity. I learned last night that several of the youth champions that we have identified and worked with had never been outside the country before. Some of them live in the highlands, and they experience very different issues than those that are along the coast. And that was an eye-opener for them. And I've seen these young people. We met with a community yesterday, one of our volunteers, MJ, and her youth champion, Mariani. They came back from this training in Vanuatu and did a project design and management training with the community. The community mapped out what were their issues, how do they protect themselves from cyclones, and really came together, where the women's group then talked about doing some walkways. They strengthened some houses. They're adding on to their community center so they have a proper evacuation facility, really building up that resilience, but very community-based.
Awesome.
So those are the kinds of things where we're working across countries, opening minds, and really giving people the tools to really move themselves forward.
Nice. Director Spahn, can you please explain or discuss the upcoming partnerships or the projects that you believe will significantly advance Peace Corps goals? And of course, I know that some of that will come from when you're actually going out to see the work in the field.
Absolutely. Well, I'll talk about here in Fiji. We're very excited later today. We will be signing a new MOU with the Ministry of Rural and Maritime Development and Disaster Management. That's always a mouthful. I'm glad I got that out properly.
We even get it wrong sometimes.
It's launching a new project here in Fiji where we're working on community economic empowerment and really solidifying those skills around, again, project design and management, personal money management, and income generating activities.
Okay.
And it's a collaboration that includes the Ministry of Youth, the Ministry of Women, the Ministry of Itaki Affairs, and we're very excited about the work that's happening and what we're seeing around the country.
Awesome. Just one last question, ma'am. I know that you've been around to other countries as well. What is the probably some common challenges that you probably I know that you haven't really actually been around, but some of the challenges, but the common ones that people usually face, and especially the workers that actually go out into the field?
Well, I think it's always a challenge to integrate into a new community, to be there for 2 years and be away from friends and family back home. But what's beautiful is how our volunteers are embraced. And already, again, some of the volunteers we visited yesterday, they had, their host moms, their sisters. One said she had, 6 papas, six local fathers, and another one already had a baby who was named after him in the community. So our volunteers are embraced with really open arms and open hearts, and that takes a lot to invite someone from the outside. You don't know who that person is, and welcome them into your communities and into your homes. So that's the common beauty that I see across the world. It's really quite impressive and beautiful. And I think the challenges are just things that
part
are
and parcel of growth. Yeah,
they are, and they're things that people can overcome. And that again that's living. That's where you grow, and we need that kind of tension in our lives. We need to not get too comfortable and really to push ourselves. And so it's really there's nothing more transformational than engaging with the Peace Corps, both for the communities and for the volunteers themselves.
Well, Director Spahn, thank you so much. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, but thank you very much for coming today and speaking to us, of course, enlightening us on some of the issues that, of course, that Peace Corps that you believe and that you're working on. And I'm glad that you're here to, explore a little bit more. And I hope that in the not too distant future, when you do visit Fiji again, you'll visit our set, except this time a new location.
Absolutely. It's been a delight. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. All right. Well, stay with us. There's more that's coming up on Breakfast.